Yo, what's up, guys? It's Mma Analyst here to do a recap for UFC 154. Apologize for the sound. It was either we do it like this now, or maybe with better sound in a day or two. So I figured y'all wanted. Now I would have done it yesterday, but I wasn't home to watch the fight, so I actually had to watch it at a bar. Man, that's the worst. Anyways, George St-Pierre versus Carlos Condit. Yeah, it was a good fight. Condit, it seemed like he was completely slowed down after that first round. He was put on his back, I think, around the 2 minute mark, and spent the last 3 minutes on his back. And from that point on, he was pretty much not really in the fight. His striking had all the zip gone for the most part, blah blah blah. He's still a tough striker, and that became real clear when St-Pierre, he had his hands up like, all right, do my thing. They kind of disengaged after some strikes, after some punches, backed away and kind of let that hand drop a bit, and Carlos Condit let a left kick, boop, right up to the top of his head, dropped him. If Carlos had more cardio at that moment, if he wasn't extremely tired when he landed that kick, he most likely would have finished the fight. But he was so tired that he jumped into the guard, pretty much went into overdrive. I mean, he was already gassed out for the most part. Used the rest of whatever he had, stood back to his feet, and George St-Pierre got tired, regained his wits as Carlos Condit took a break and trying to get some energy back. So that was his window of opportunity. That was his chance. That was his shot, and he missed it. So there you go. But respect to GSP for coming back, looking like he was on point. He said he wouldn't have fought if he wasn't in shape, if he wasn't 100%. So that's good. And he had the game plan that we all thought he would: get the fight to the ground, control from top position. It was good to see him at least actively going to pass the guard and all that good stuff. But yeah, that was it. Not much to say. Welcome back, George. He's supposed to be fighting maybe Anderson Silva now. I'm not even going to bother, because if you still think after all this that George St-Pierre can beat Anderson Silva, I mean, about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, I made a video why I thought George St-Pierre wouldn't be able to beat Anderson Silva. Since then, Anderson Silva's just been an absolute monster. George St-Pierre has been injured damn near the whole time. So if we're talking about now, after everything Anderson Silva's done, and George St-Pierre, what he's been able to do, not taking anything away from it, but if you look at what they've each been able to do, and you look at George St-Pierre, and you look at size, and you look at weight, and you look at all that stuff, and you still think George St-Pierre is going to win, that's on you. But I'm not going to put much effort into trying to convince people who just, it is what it is. George St-Pierre will get beat down if that fight happens. Johnny Hendricks versus Martin Kampmann. Yeah, man. I was watching this fight. I was with a couple buddies. We finished at a King of the Dot battle. And I wish some of this was televised, because sometimes, or just recorded, something. Not the fight, what I'm saying. Anyways, so he came in with that, Johnny Hendricks came in with that first flurry. Boop, 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 boop. Threw a couple flurries up against the cage. Few of them kind of hit Kampmann, but the point was Kampmann was very touchable. He was right there. And I said the next time, and this dude even bet me, he's like, yo, $20 on Kampmann. And I'm like, all right, well, once, this happens, you can just pay for this, this meal, because we were at a Boston Pizza. I said, next time he gets close like that, this fight's over. And like 10 seconds later, wow, laid him out. Hendricks, man, serious problem. He's a serious issue. Obviously, serious striking power, and that's it. He's also got some wrestling. It'll be interesting to see who gets placed against now. If you look at his resume, he's got the best resume of any welterweight outside of George St-Pierre. He's got a knockout over Fitch, a knockout over Martin Kampmann, Win over Josh Koscheck, win over Mike Pierce, win over TJ Waldberger. If you look at 2011 to 2012 and you say who's got the best situation when it comes to welterweights, you gotta say it's Johnny Hendricks. So, do you think? Congrats. Francis Carmon versus Tom Lawler. Wow. How did I do on this card? I think I might have got 2 wrong. I got Hominick wrong. Anyways. I got this one wrong, even though I got it right. Horrible. Split decision for Carmon. Folks, remember when I was talking about this, the video that I'm going to make about why I'm quitting the videos and stuff? I'll probably bring stuff like this up at that point. There's a lot of reasons, but stuff like this will get brought up. That's just it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that you can say Tom Lawler lost that fight, and that there are 3 judges and their only job was supposed to watch the fight and make a decision. That's bad, real bad. I'm just going to move on from there. We all saw the fight. If you didn't see the fight, you don't need to see it. It wasn't a great fight, but the wrong guy was awarded the win. Rafael dos Anjos versus Mark Bocek. This is a tough one on paper. I did pick Rafael dos Anjos. Yeah, he looked pretty strong. It was all about his ability to stuff takedowns from Bocek. If he could, then he was going to be on his feet as a better striker. And then on top of that, Bocek made it easier by getting tired, which made it simple for dos Anjos to say, okay, well, I'm going to get some takedowns of my own whenever you want to cover up from strikes. And that's what happened. Pretty simple. This whole card was not that great. The main event was good. The co-main event was quick and exciting, you know what I mean? But everything else was pretty much okay or bad. Anyways, this fight wasn't all too great, but good win for dos Anjos. Pablo Garza defeats Mark Hominick. That's it, huh? So that's it for Mark? That's it? They're going to keep him around for another one? Jose Aldo, he lost, but he's supposed to. Chen Sung Jung, he was not supposed to lose that. He did. Eddie Yagan, whoa, not supposed to lose that. I mean, they just kept giving him easier and easier opponents, and he just could never win. So now he's lost 4 in a row. That's got to be, time to get cut. If not, that's up to the UFC. It is what it is. Patrick Cote versus Alessio Sakara. Remember when I said I was going to make a video about why I'm stopping making the videos and stuff? Something like this is probably going to come up. The Dan Miragliotta stands there and watches homeboy. I mean, this is vicious. Hammer fists are one thing. Hammer fists to the back of the head, unprotected back of the head hammer fist, like very clear and obvious. And he just bow, 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 bow. And I'm like, what is this? And then homeboy Dan Miragliotta, oh yo, winner, Sakara by 2. Whoa. Then, let me look at the tape. What do you need the tape for? You were right there. If I can see this camera, I can touch this camera, you could, that's how close you were. What do you need to see? There were like 12 shots to the back of the head, right in front of your face. So what is this? The guy doesn't want to get involved too much in the fight? He doesn't want to be controversial, so he decided to just sit back and let things happen. And then he found out that was do your job, people. Do your job. He hit him once in the back of the head, twice in the back of the head. By that 3rd time, get in there. Horrible. Who was the judge in that one fight? Was that Cruz versus, or Pedapano versus Arlovsky, where Arlovsky hit the dude in the back of the head a bunch of times? I wonder who the ref was in that one. Anyways, Chad Griggs, Cyril Diabate. I got this one wrong. I picked Chad Griggs. Good win for Cyril Diabate. I gotta go soon. Like some good shows about to start. You know what I mean? It's it's Sunday night, so there's a lot happening. Dexter, Alright. John Makdessi or Boardwalk Empire. John Makdessi versus Sam Stout. I got this one wrong too, actually. I thought Sam would have the better striking, whatnot, but Makdessi did his thing. Congrats. Carvalho defeated Rodrigo Dam. Matt Riddle over McGuire. Ivan Menjivar over Gashimov. And Darren Elkins, that's the one I regret. You know, every now and then there's one where you regret picking someone, you wish you could have just picked the other dude. I really felt like this was such a toss-up, but Darren Elkins was just kind of built to win this fight. But Siler was just looking so beastly-like. But anyways, good win for Darren Elkins, or at least, you know, doing his thing. The whole card was pretty whack. And what's up next? Henderson versus Diaz. Damn, that's a tough one. They got Shogun versus Gustafsson. That's on point. These guys are finally doing what they're supposed to do. All right, look, I'm even going to put this ahead of what I got to do and what I can't stop. All right, look, here's the thing. If you guys want, I'm talking to, you know, the UFC. If you guys want the average fan, a casual fan or a non-fan, just somebody flicking through the channels, if you want them to like your sport, you have to put this kind of stuff on TV. Exciting, talented fighters. BJ Penn, exciting fighter. Rory McDonald, exciting fighter. Both of them talented. Ben Henderson, Nate Diaz, that's going to be classic. Shogun versus Gustafsson, that's going to be classic. Okay, you don't put Damian Maia versus Chris Weidman on TV and think we're going to have that spark moment. We're going to try and recreate that Shogun Griffin, that Griffin versus Bonner. It's not going to happen, all right? You got to do this kind of stuff. This is what you need, all right? You don't have to go spend $1 million on Anderson Silva to put him on free TV, but you got to do something like this and get exciting stuff on regular TV so that the average dude can be like, yo, this is dope, and start watching the UFC. Then they'll start buying your product because you sold them the free stuff, which is exciting. Then they go, damn, there's other people? Oh, shoot, look at that Anderson dude. He looks kind of dope. Oh, I've seen some stuff. Oh, he's got, let me buy that. That's how you expand it. All right, send a check to my address. You know what it is. MMA, it's important. Peace.